Welcome to the Garima Avatar Show. In today's episode, I have with me Rayomand Banajee, who has been 8 times national champion in Formula Cars and Karting. He had represented and won for India in international karting and auto Gymkhana. He has been one of the key persons involved in the execution of the inaugural Formula One Grand Prix in India. He was the chief of communications inside race control for the first 2 years of the Indian GP. He has 14 years of designing, leading, planning and executing experience, programs and corporate events, including Jaguar, Lamborghini, Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, Volkswagen, Tata Motors and many more. Since the last 15 years, he has been a distinguished jury member for Car and Bike Awards. He's also the founder and owner of Rayo Racing, Indikarting and IR ESports. Thanks for joining me, Rayo. Such an honor to have you on my show.
Thanks, Garima. It's great to be here.
So you have almost 21 years of motorsport experience. What have been your learnings from your journey?
Oh, I think the learnings have been phenomenal. It's too short a space to talk about all of them. But to put it in a nutshell, I would say that any sport for that matter, and definitely racing, because there are so many variables in racing, it's like maybe 10 years or 15 years of life condensed into 2 or 3 years, because you have everything that normal life has. You've got the ups, you've got the downs, you've got that you need to really work hard to be able to succeed. There's so much that racing and any sport for that matter teaches you. I would say more than anything else, it's the fact that you realize after a while that whenever you face any kind of failure or any kind of thing which is normally seen as bad, if you can learn from that, there's a lot that you can take away from that. So that has been one of the most important learnings for me, that failure is not something to be looked at negatively. And like I said, there are just so many things that you can take away from racing. And even success is something that it not necessarily lasts too long. You have to learn to make the most of it while it's there. What goes up will come down, what goes down will come up.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. You have been the chief mentor and racing coach at Volkswagen Motorsport India since 2010 to date, and you're also the founder and owner of Rayo Racing, IndiKarting and IR ESports. So you have so much of experience as a mentor and a racing coach. So looking inside the mind of a winner, what factors do you think make a good driver?
So there are obviously numerous factors that go into making a winner. I would say some of the most important ones are the ability for someone to realize, first of all, what are the important aspects to winning, and being able to get those aspects sorted for yourself. Things like working hard, obviously that goes without saying. I think discipline is something that is really, really important. The ability to analyze your failures, the ability to analyze yourself and see where you need to improve, that is something that is really important. Very important in succeeding in anything in life, I would say, and especially in a sport, is to have the right kind of mentor, the right kind of coach, surround yourself with the right kind of people who actually are willing to put in a little bit of time and effort to ensure that you succeed. And, mental stability is something that is very important. If you are somebody who's very emotional, either when it is with respect to failures or whether it is in respect to successes, it's not an ideal situation. So learning how to control your emotions, learning how to stay calm no matter what the situation, these are all very important aspects over and above, like I said, the most obvious ones, which is you really need to work hard, you really need to be disciplined and stuff like that.
Yeah, very well said. And even I think confidence is an important aspect, in any sphere of life and work. So what should one do to gain confidence?
So see, confidence is something that again, it depends on your state of mind. I would say to begin with, you should always have an attitude of never giving up, no matter what the situation.
Yeah.
And if you pursue something long enough, you will realize that you will succeed at what you're doing. And one way that I have used to gain confidence when things haven't been really great is to sort of look back and think about your most important achievements, what have been your good successes in the past. Think back about those, visualize those to an extent, and just tell yourself that if you could do that particular thing which was not easy, that was phenomenal as far as you're concerned, you can do almost anything. You can repeat that same sort of a situation again and again. And it's you just need to believe in yourself. I think you need to be able to truthfully analyze how good you are. And if you do realize that you are capable of doing good stuff, you need to just believe in yourself.
Fantastic. Very well said, Rayo. And are there any kind of any mental exercises, or, because definitely physical fitness is a part of any athlete's routine and all the stuff. So do you also emphasize on any specific exercises for the mind, even the right attitude? I mean, so do you emphasize in the training program that one should, do it often for any athlete?
Absolutely. And it's very important that you always have a very positive, realistic and positive mindset. If you keep thinking negatively, invariably negative things are bound to happen.
Sure.
It's very important for any athlete to meditate. It's important to have a very clear and empty mind, I would say, before the start of any kind of activity, especially a race. If you have a lot of distractions around you, you have lots, you're constantly on social media, on your phone, or you're chatting with your friends, or you have other participants around you talking nonsense all the time just before you're getting into your car. That's not the ideal scenario. So yes, it does take a little bit of work. It's not easy initially, but meditation is something that always helps. There are so many small exercises. For example, just looking at a fan and sort of watching a single blade go round and round, which can help you improve your
Focus.
concentration.
Okay.
And I guess whatever works for you. There's a lot that you can find on the net today, and maybe just pick a couple of activities that can help you individually. Try that out, see what works for you.
Absolutely. So what has been your greatest achievement with an athlete?
With an athlete, we've had a lot of success with Rayo Racing. Fortunately, we've created a lot of champions. Obviously, Jehan Daruwala is one of the most notable successes. Very proud of him. He's been doing fantastically well in Formula 2. Sorry, it was a really proud moment. I was there at his first Formula 1 test earlier this year.
Wow.
So that was really good to see. And he's done a lot. So very proud of him. But there are a lot of other champions also that we have created over the years. Very proud of each and every one of them. Many of them have overcome a lot of hurdles. There have been some of them who've overcome certain learning disabilities, certain other challenges. And it's always great to see somebody being able to harness their potential and bring out the best in themselves.
Fantastic. So what's your message to the upcoming young athletes?
I'll say success takes time. Okay. And it's important to believe in yourself. It's important to shut out everybody around you who is trying to dissuade you from pursuing something which may be unconventional. But it takes a lot of effort, hard work, commitment, discipline, and if you're willing to sacrifice a lot of your personal life, then success will definitely come your way.
Super. Thank you so much. Now let's come to the rapid fire questions. Are you ready for that?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Your favorite quote?
Favorite quote? There are a couple of them. So one of them is this one, which is that the winner is not the one who has the fastest car, it's the one who is the most hungry to win.
Beautiful. Wow. Your role model?
Definitely, without a doubt, Ayrton Senna. He's the reason why I got into racing.
Oh.
And I think he's one of the most fantastic racers of all time.
Documentary film that inspired you the most?
Obviously, the one which is on Senna.
On Senna.
Yeah. So obviously, it came out a lot after a lot after Senna was my idol. So, but still, it's amongst my favorite for sure.
Craziest thing in racing?
So I once had a unique situation where I was in contention to win 2 different championships, one in karting, one in Formula Car racing. And unfortunately, they were on the same weekend, one in Bangalore, one in Chennai.
Oh, wow.
I had no choice. I did my best to try and convince one of the organizers to change. It didn't happen. So I actually raced in Bangalore and in Chennai on the same weekend, right from open practice, official practice, qualifying, and races in 2 different cities on the same weekend.
Oh my God. How did you manage that?
So through the week, I was taking a train in the night from Bangalore, overnight train from Bangalore to Chennai, Chennai to Bangalore for practice. Saturday morning, I did qualifying in the Formula cars in Chennai, took a flight to Bangalore, did the qualifying in the evening, took the train back on Sunday, raced in Chennai, got a podium over there, took the flight, came to Bangalore, had another podium in the cars as well. So
Super.
It was crazy, but it was a lot of, that was crazy, definitely.
It shows your dedication, your devotion towards the sport, actually. Incredible. One hidden talent?
I wouldn't say I really have any hidden talent, but you can say I'm quite the prankster, which not many people know about.
Oh, really?
And, I can do quite a few crazy things in that respect. So,
okay. Cool. So you have a really cool, fun side of yourself also. That means that's amazing. Yeah. Okay. What's your biggest dream?
It keeps changing as you grow older in life. Once upon a time, as somebody who was very new to the sport, it was obviously to get to Formula One. But then obviously, as you spend some time in the sport, that's not possible. With where I am today, I would say I'd love to be able to put up a few tracks around the country. I'd love to see the reason why I started Rayo Racing back in the day was to be able to put an Indian in Formula One. So that remains something that is very dear to me.
Wonderful. Best thing about racing?
The best thing about racing, that's a tough one. Obviously the thrill. The glamorous side of it is what people see from outside, but it's not really that. Because there's a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and everything that goes into it that is required to make it successful for yourself. And after all this, when you are able to achieve what you want, I think that is something that is special. So yeah, you can say that.
Best racing memory?
So strangely, I don't. If it's the best racing memory, I would say hearing the national anthem when I won in the Asian Championship, beating some of the best Asian drivers at the time, and then hearing the national anthem, I think that has got to be the best memory in that respect. Yeah, but I think a lot of learning comes out of some of the bad memories. So yeah, there's another side to it.
Okay, cool. Most embarrassing moment?
Oh, I'm somebody who doesn't necessarily get embarrassed easily, but there was a situation where, you know, I was at a racetrack and the race was going on. It was a karting race. Race is going on one side. Everybody is like, the entire crowd is watching that race. And because everyone is watching that, I'm behind the crowd. And there was nobody looking in my direction. So I just proceeded to drop my pants and start changing over there to get into my overalls. And the only person who notices this is the MC over there. And on the announcement system, while the race is going on, he says, Rayomand Banajee, if you can please put your pants up. And like the entire crowd turns around simultaneously as I'm just about to pull my pants up. So at that time, that was really embarrassing. Yeah.
Oh God, that's too funny. Okay, that's really funny also. Okay, proudest accomplishment so far?
Proudest accomplishment, like I said, there are quite a few races that I've won, or I would say championships that I've won in spite of many extreme hurdles. Definitely, like I said, that Asian Championship, winning in the Asian Championship, a race over there, that counts amongst the most amongst the highest achievements for me. But also at the same time, seeing drivers who we have worked with achieve their dreams, that makes me really proud. Like I said,
oh yeah,
extremely proud moment for me to see Jehan drive out in that McLaren Formula One car earlier this year.
Wonderful, wonderful. And with this, we come to the end of this show. Thank you, Rayo, for joining me in this absolutely amazing session.
Thank you so much, Garima. It's been a pleasure to be talking to you.
Thank you all for listening to today's episode with your host, Garima Aftar. If you like this episode, then subscribe to my podcast for more new episodes and a deeper dive into the world of motivation and winning psychology. See you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.